Spoiler warning for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. If you've not finished the main story, watch this video at your own risk. Hello everyone, and welcome to my first Pokemon theory. What better way to start than with the hugely popular, albeit glitchy, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Joining me is a good friend of mine, MorayArcade.
Thank you, Jay, and hello. I am Chris, aka MorayArcade. I make videos about myself playing video games, sometimes even Pokemon.
Today we are going to be talking about Paradox Pokemon, the books of Scarlet and Violet, and the possible DLC Legendary Pokemon. If you didn't know, the books of Scarlet and Violet can be found on the first floor of the UVA Academy. Inside we are treated to all the lore we learned over the course of the game. But wait, there's more! 3 never-before-seen Pokemon are also sketched out in this book. Depending on which game you have, we'll show you 2 out of the 3 of them. I will be discussing the 2 version-exclusive Pokemon in the book, but first, Moray will take it away with the new and mysterious, never-before-seen Pokemon.
To add to the mystery of this Pokemon, Game Freak blotched out letters in this text, which Mr. J has undone. The passage reads, "A disc Pokemon? While separated from the research team in the crater's depths, I found a strange entity. Whether it was a Pokemon, or even alive at all, I know not. It bore a sigil with layers of overlapping hexagons and gleamed brighter still than gemstone. Viewed as a whole, it resembled a mysterious, brilliant disc. One can only wonder if this Pokemon, assumedly a legendary, has to do with the terastallizing phenomenon. Maybe it's the source of all Terra Crystals, similarly to how Eternatus was the source of the Dynamax phenomenon in Galar. The image depicts it in space, so maybe it is that which created the crater, and is now but a shell of its former self after the impact. Only time, and DLC, will reveal the truth about this disked Pokemon."
While the disc Pokemon seem tied to Paldea itself, these next 2 are more in line with the themes of the game. Time travel. This page here is taken from the Book of Scarlet. It depicts a ferocious beast of a Pokemon, but its traits are familiar, taking cues from the 3 legendary beasts, Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. I colored in what I believe to be how this Pokemon looks. It is my guess that this is a Paradox legendary Pokemon. This one seems to be from far in the past. Going off the dex entry from Screamtail, we can surmise that all past Pokemon are from 1 billion years ago. We can assume that it eventually splits into the 3 species we know today. Or maybe the Beast Trio Master, Ho-Oh, split the beast into 3 due to its power being too great for 1 Pokemon to handle. The final legendary is yet another trio merger, but from the Book of Violet. This Pokemon seems to be a merger of the 3 Swords of Justice, Cobalion, Terrakion, and Virizion. However, unlike the last Pokemon, this is described as compact and cruel with a sleek futuristic design. It also has no trace of Keldeo in its design, which makes sense as Keldeo was a mythical Pokemon that was later added to the Swords of Justice. We can then surmise that this Paradox Pokemon is from 1 billion years in the future, as hinted at in the Iron Thorn's dex entry. Is it a mechanical reconstruction of the possibly dead Swords of Justice? A cloning experiment like Mewtwo? Or maybe something else entirely? These 2 Paradox legendaries will very likely show up in the new area DLC. They are very clearly version exclusive that match the time-traveling theme. Who knows, even Celebi might show up for more timey-wimey shenanigans. These 2 fused legendaries might just be the protectors of the area they live in and are why the land was inaccessible until the DLC. It will be interesting to see what these Pokemon truly look like and be about. Huge thanks to my friends Andrew and Chris for helping with this video, and if you're a fan of Nuzlockes, go watch them over on his channel. Link will be in the description below.